Folks, welcome back to the channel. Doug with Stacking Investments, also known as the Perp, from my former channel name. The channel name, the changeover to Stacking Investments helps me branch out from other topics other than silver and get into some other collectibles and just show other ways of investments that can make you money other than just your silver and gold, mostly for quick flips. Some of it, buying and reselling to make better profits, make a better margin than you can just investing in stocks and other things. This will vary with what you have. This is not a guarantee that you will do good just because you follow all the rules, but this will help you maximize your sales when you're at a flea market. And a lot of it depends on the flea market you're at. This is episode 2. The first episode we talked about number 1 thing, bring plenty of change. We're getting into number 2. And this is kind of important because this has to do with whether you'll sell or not. Don't bring junk. I'll explain that. Or don't bring just one item type. Bring a variety of stuff. So don't bring junk or just one item. Bring a variety of stuff. This rule or this lesson can vary. Some of these rules that I have, or some of these lessons that I have down here that we've learned over the years, some of those do have exceptions. What I mean by don't bring junk, if it's your first time and you're just going through the house and you're deciding whether to have a yard sale or go to the flea market, I highly recommend, because of the volume of people, and again, this depends on your area and what your flea market, your local flea market, or one that you may have to drive an hour or 2 hours to get to. It just depends on a lot on how good the market is. What I mean by don't bring junk, if you gather up, like say 10 boxes, you load your car down or you load the back of your truck up. If in your mind you add up the value of what you would sell that stuff for, and it comes up to something like $50, you may want to just run that down to the Goodwill, get a receipt, and take a tax deduction. Because by the time you waste your time, you spend your gas, you pay setup fees, which usually spot rent, the different markets that we've experienced varies anywhere from $8 a spot to as high as $25 a spot. If you're paying $10 to set up, you got your gas, and you're only bringing $50 worth of stuff to sell, one, you have to sell everything. Out of all the years I've ever sold at the flea market, I've only sold everything I had one time in the thousands of times we've set up. Only sold out once. So don't bring junk. If you got $50 worth of stuff, it's not worth your trouble. It's not worth your time. I said, take it to Goodwill, get a receipt, take a tax write-off. As far as just one item type, this is where it can vary. When you bring one item type, and I'm going to use an example of a really good seller at the flea market, and that is tools. Tools are a good seller if you are priced right. The problem with that is you lose out on the potential buyers that are walking through that are not interested in tools. Also, if you only have tools, you're going to interest 99% of the men, but only 1% of the ladies. While the guy might be interested in your tools, his wife or girlfriend is going to be off to the side. If you only have tools, she's going to be tapping her foot, flicking her fingernails, and giving him the evil eye while she's just standing there waiting on him to look at tools. So in a way, she's going to nudge him to come on, and he's going to walk away because he's got to please her. The best thing you can do, instead of just that one item type of tools, is have another item that would appeal to women. So that way, while the man is looking at the tools and, looking for something he might want to purchase, the wife or girlfriend can then be looking at the stuff you have that appeals to women. So think about that. There are some things, one type of item, you'll do great, but just keep in mind, you limit yourself and you stand the risk of the woman nudging the guy to move on because she knows he's going to be there looking for, half hour, an hour. She wants to get on down and look at stuff. If you don't have nothing for her to look at, she's going to be nudging him to move on so she can look at stuff too, and they can get where both of them have an interest. So that is something for lesson 2. Don't bring junk. Try not to have just one item type. Think of having a variety of stuff. Along with variety, the more items you have to appeal to more people, the chances are you will sell more. That's the whole theory behind having a variety of stuff. You want to have nice stuff, or and that varies too. There's I've seen some people bring out junk, but it's junk to them, but it's like a gold mine to other people. So, but if it doesn't have any value, don't waste your time. Variety is a big key to this. The more items you have to appeal to the broad range of buyers or potential buyers that are shopping at the flea market, the better you will do. And again, that depends on pricing too. So keep that in mind. So that concludes lesson learned from the years of setting up. That's lesson number 2. And stay tuned. We'll get into more of this in upcoming videos. Until then, I will see you on another video.